Hello and welcome to Life in Big Grow, and I'm indoors today, and I'm really only indoors because it's a bit miserable out, and it has been miserable for quite a while now. Last time when I was in the garden we looked, I remember, at path laying. You can find that at the end of this video. But today I'm going to take you a quick run through some of the seed I'm trying, not necessarily for the first time, but maybe at the right time. For those of you who are itching to sow now, you know exactly what I mean. Hang fire, follow us, and you'll sow at exactly the right time. But first on the hit list is onions. And we've always had a bit of a running battle with onions. I've always had a bit of a running battle with onions. So I used to grow from sets, I used to put them into modules, plant them out, they're all happy, then they keeled over and died. And then a few years ago, I decided to have a go at seed, and the first seed I ever grew was Bedfordshire Champion. And this is a really good entry onion seed to sow, and you can sow it now. Okay, I'm also having a go with onion Rinsberger. You sure? And then I'm also having a go with Rosa Longa de Ferenz. She's supposed to be very good. And finally, Red Brunswick. That's what I'm sowing onions. And all you do is sow them in a tray now and wait for them to come up. And we'll do that in another film very, very soon. Next on the hit list, in at number 2, is beans. I love beans. I love growing them. I love sowing them. I love eating them. And a few years ago, when we did the wartime garden and we dig for victory, I found this one, which is tender green. There we go. And this is a great dwarf bean. It's almost classed like a kidney bean, but it's not. It's like a bobbly French bean. If you get it early, it's a French bean. If not, it becomes a bobbly French bean, and it's really tasty, and it pickles really great as well. I'm also having a go this year because I don't know why, but I thought I'm going to have a go at growing butter beans. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a go at butter beans. And then finally, I'm going to have a go at this one. It's called Lazy Housewife. This is in no way an attack on anyone listening or watching this. That's what it's called. It's an old variety. That's what I'm going to go at. Now, I have an admission. I don't really like runner beans. I'm not very keen on them unless they're pickled. I don't know what it is about them. I don't like the texture. And I've tried different varieties over the years, from Painted Lady through to Lady Di, and I don't like any of them. But weirdly enough, I do like this one. I'm going to have a go, for the first time ever, aubergines. Never tried them, eaten them, but never tried growing them. I've tried growing courgettes, and by the law of diminishing returns, surely I should be able to do something like this. Now, this has a long growing season, and I will sow this in January. And I will sow it in a heated propagator, and I will leave it alone to germinate until it grows. And I will not put it anywhere near my unheated greenhouse until all chance of frost is gone. So finally, I have a dream, and that dream is of a pumpkin patch. And unfortunately, when you're 1,330 feet above sea level, that can be quite hard. And I have access to loads of manure before people start saying, you need loads of manure. I have loads of it, okay? I have loads of farms around here that I have access to. But I've not had a success. So I'm trying this. This is called Marino di Chioggia. I'm sorry if you're Italian and you're wincing at that. But that's what I'm going to have a go. It's a halfway house between a pumpkin and a squash. I think it leans more towards the squash end. Let's have a see if it gets through. More importantly, let's have a see if the rabbits leave it alone. Gonna have to net this one, I know. So all the seeds I've spoken about, all the seed companies I've shown you, I've paid for these seeds. This is not an advertisement. They have not asked me to grow them. I don't do that, okay? I do proper seed sowing that you can follow and respect and see if it works. So follow me over the next few months to see how the beans get on, how the onions get on, how the squashes get on, and see if I'm not a nervous wreck by the end. So until then, it's bye bye from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.